Yeah, since we haven't got to talk to you, what's kind of been your take so far on the approach, what y'all have been able to do at the plate?
It's been solid. Good start. I mean, you want to get guys off to great starts, and we've had, some of our key guys do that. Obviously, there's stuff to improve on, but as a whole, I really like where we're at and kind of where we're moving forward. As I hate to look at years past, but you'll kind of take where we're at right now compared to, how I feel like we started the last couple of years. So it's pretty solid in my opinion. Room to grow, but there's a lot of good stuff happening.
Well, as a coaching staff, when you look at making a lineup, it seems like this year the depth that guys that are hitting is well beyond what y'all have had in years past.
Yeah, great depth. I mean, we got good players not even in the lineup some days, so it's tough for coach and us to kind of discuss and go over the lineup, but what a great problem to have. And it's that, when one guy's out, it's that next man up mentality. So we really like the depth. It's nothing you can complain about. Just he's doing a really good job of finding guys at bats. But yeah, 1 through 9, it's solid. Like, it's really good. There's, when you get to guys on base in that bottom of the lineup, when you got those 3 big guys up front and shot, I mean, it's a weapon.
With what Braden does, I mean, everybody 6 home runs, 7 home runs, however many it is. What has allowed him to get off to this start? And you've had a number of good players in your coaching career. Where does he rank on the best you've ever been around?
I don't know, but I'm not going to answer that one yet. But he's up there, obviously, from a pure skill and talent. I mean, there's not a lot of guys walking around or even in college baseball like that. I think what separates Braden, it's not his skill. The skill helps. It's his mentality. Like his mentality in the box and not giving up at bats. Like, look, last night guys were tired, emotional game. What kind of mental skills do you have to hit that homer in the last at bat when you don't have a hit? It's that stuff like that, like not giving away at bats, ultra competitive, and he's got the fastest bat speed I've maybe ever seen. He rotates extremely well. Match that with mentality. That's how you have a special player.
How impressed are you, you touched on it a little bit there, but just overall with the team's approach at the plate, not necessarily trying to hit home runs all the time, but focusing on situational hitting and working counts?
It's been good. It's, baseball's hard, hitting's hard, and anything that ever happens negative to me is never due to a lack of effort. So I just appreciate how hard our guys work, and yeah, it's been good. I mean, we're going to get tested, I think, a little more as the teams change, but you can only play who you play, and we've played some good teams, and I think we've done really well. So I'm very pleased with where we're at, and just hoping we can continue to get better with it.
It feels like that team 2 years ago where everybody gets their bang for their buck with the time they're out of the ballpark, with how many deep counts your guys are working.
Yeah, I mean, the philosophy has not changed. The players changed a little bit, but what we do is we want to get our pitch, and it's, the only time you have to swing is when there is 2 strikes, or if that situation changes the guy on third. So it's really about getting your pitch. And I love when we're playing another team and you hear because they think it's close, but we know it's just a little bit off, and that really, really wears guys out. I think you saw it in the Arizona State game. I mean, that guy threw, 100 pitches in 4 innings. We just didn't get that big hit that we needed that kind of could have blew the game open, but that's just what we do. We want to have a relentless lineup 1 through 9 that really wears teams down. So in those weekend series, maybe you don't win on Friday, but you win by getting in the pen, and you knock one out on Saturday, and by the time you get in Sunday, those guys are tired. It's a real thing. So it's a constant, everyday deal that we work on.
You talked about Braden. I'm just wondering maybe if there's been any improvement, particularly you see from what you saw last year from him, and then just any.
He's pretty good when I saw him last year. So it's he's just everyone. He's a year older, a year stronger, a year better. He seems to be controlling the zone. That was like the biggest focus. But I think he did walk 61 times last year, so it's not like that was a major issue. But you're seeing him. He gets pitched pretty hard, and he might get down in counts, but before you know it, it's back to 2-2, 3-2, and he's hitting a home run. So he's one of those really good players that continues to get better. And I think putting him in this environment and this type of thing, I think he obviously really feeds off it. I mean, I think his first AB here was a homer, right? First batter was a strikeout, and first AB against Texas is a homer. So he does not seem to be afraid of the moment at all.
I understand you're probably looking ahead rather than in the rear view, but how special were 2 of those 3 wins last weekend for you personally?
It was weird. It was weird playing against them, but no, I mean, the game's the game, man. We play the game and not the opponent, but it was nice. I definitely I definitely liked it a little bit.
When you guys have a 13-0 start, I mean, obviously you can't expect the team to be perfect the whole season, but is there any pressure that comes with like the want to stay undefeated and to keep the streak going?
I think if you got enough smart baseball people, you know the loss and losses are coming. You never want it, but no, I don't think so at all. I really don't. We know it's coming. We are going to lose games. Hopefully not too many, but right now it's just one-game win streaks, and that's the mentality. Whether it's 13-0 or you're 0-13, it's like on to the next game. So, very fair question, but I think we got enough baseball people that know like. I don't think anyone's ever went 56-0, and I don't think we're going to be the first team to do it.
Looking ahead to this weekend, just what do you know about Rhode Island? I know it's a bit of a tight turnaround, so.
Yeah. I played them actually 2021 when I was at Arizona State. They played really, I remember them playing really hard. They actually played us in some really close games. I thought they were coached really well. They got some tough kids, and they had some talent. So it's, you get anyone from the East Coast, they get to come out here. We're going to have decent weather. I think that brings out the best in people. So we've seen it in years past where some of these teams come in, and look, we got to, I mean, when you're doing how we're doing, you got a target on your back. You're going to get everyone's best. We're not sneaking up or hiding from anyone. So I expect them to play really hard and challenge us. I do.
You've had some batters wear some pitches in the last couple of games, and 10 aside, I know you want to see guys get hit, but is it nice as a hitting coach to see that it seems like guys are getting frustrated with this team pretty early?
Yeah, I mean, when guys get 0-2 and get hit and they're not hurt, I'm actually somewhat happy about it. But, I think guys, I mean, people are pitching us inside. People are trying any way they can to get us out. So I don't look too much into it if it's intentional or not. I don't think that was intentional at all last night. I just think the ball got away. So, yeah, I mean, we just don't want to get anyone hurt. You kind of cringe if anyone gets hit, but when Jace gets hit in the elbow and has a giant golf ball on it, you like, come on, man. But other than that, no, it's been good, and it's just part of the game.
Were you surprised that Jace stayed in the game and did what he did?
We weren't going to let him come out, so he didn't really have a choice. It's one of those things where we told him, and he didn't want to come out, but it's one of those things where it hurts a lot worse than it is. Like, you got hit with 93 in the elbow. That's tough, but I think as the game went on, it started to feel a little better in the adrenaline of it. So it was scary for sure. We were all holding our breath, and it did not look good at first, but he's a big, strong kid, so he's all right.
How's your fungo golf game? And
I will never be a part of that. I would dominate him, but I'm never going to be a part of that. I think Schloss said that this morning, from what I heard.
Any more questions?
Thanks.